Hello, ma'am. My name is Kayla Tyus, and I am the assistant to the director here at the funeral home. I hear that you have some concerns about the appearance of your loved one. I sincerely apologize that you are not pleased. It is truly our desire to make sure that your loved one looks and resembles the way that you saw them prior to death. We do everything in our power to ensure that our families are satisfied and to ensure that everything looks properly and that your loved one is in an acceptable appearance for you. So I would sincerely like to apologize that your loved one is not recognizable and in that way that you like to see him. So please be assured that here at the funeral home we will do everything in our desire to make this right and to get this corrected for you. Keep in mind, like I said, that this is your private family time prior to the public viewing. So that's the perfect opportunity for us to be able to make any corrections and to make sure that your loved one looks pleasing and how you would like for him to be seen to the public. So this is the perfect time for us to make those changes and for us to get everything corrected before the public and other people come in to see your loved one. So one thing that I would like to say is, do you have any photographs of Charles on your phone? If you have any photographs of Charles on your phone, what I'd first like for you to be able to do is I'd first like for you to send me a photo of Charles. If you could pull it up real quick, we can look at it together so that I can see exactly how Charles' facial features were looking, as well as see his complexion so that I can ensure that we have the right skin tone and the right coloring and everything for Mr. Charles. Okay, thank you for showing me the photo. So I do see what you're talking about in terms of his makeup being a little bit applied too heavy, as well as seeing how his smile was. So now keep in mind, he was smiling with his teeth like this. So we will make sure that we try to adjust and make sure that the upper lip, the superior mucous membrane, as well as the lower lip are lined up properly so that then you'll be able to see a smile. So one thing that you said is his mouth is too wide. This is definitely going to be an easy fix. I will first make sure that I line his lips up like this with the pupils vertically. So I'll make sure that we line up the corners of his mouth vertically with the pupils of his eye. After that, I will then apply a very light, small amount of lip wax on the corners to help narrow the mouth out. Now, in terms of you saying the mouth is frowning, typically when a mouth is frowning, we typically work on that like prior to the embalming process. We want to make sure that we set the features and set the mouth properly and everything for you prior to embalming. But because this is after the embalming period, what I will definitely do is I will use tissue builder in the angulus oris eminences, so that's kind of near the corners of the mouth right over in this area, so that I can draw the lip upward. Okay, so doing that will truly help to be able to make sure that his lips go up so that he is smiling. I can also make sure that I readjust the lips. So if you look at your lip, your upper lip has like a unique hunter's bow shape and kind of a little divot right in the middle. And your lower mucous membrane, your inferior mucous membrane, is the U-shaped curve. So I can readjust the upper and the lower lip together with the line of lip closure right in the middle to make sure that it's proper for you. Now, in terms of you saying that he has too much heavy cosmetic on his face, what I will make sure that I do is I will make sure that we lighten up the makeup and lighten up the application and the amount of makeup that is on his face to give you the look that you desire. So while I can say we try our best to always use minimal amounts of makeup on the deceased, I do not know the circumstances surrounding Mr. Charles' death. So in this particular case, the embalmer might have used and applied heavier cosmetics just to cover up any of those blemishes or to cover up different circumstances that Mr. Charles might have had prior to passing away. And so I don't know if he had any like dark spots or any bruising or things like that concerning his cause of death, but that might have been a reason why they applied a heavier cosmetic. But nonetheless, what I can do is we can definitely lighten up the amount of makeup that is on his face. We could take some of it off, and then we can use like an airbrush machine to kind of lighten it and make it look more nice and airy on his face. Another thing that we can also do in the funeral home is we can adjust the lighting. So we can adjust the lighting that is on Mr. Charles. So we can either darken, lower it a little bit, or lighten it to make sure that it is properly adjusted for his skin tone, as well as to make sure that it properly makes the cosmetics look nice and the appearance look well on him. Another thing, like I said, that we'll definitely do, we'll adjust the lighting for it. I can lighten the makeup up. And then by looking at the photo that you just provided me with, I'll be able to ensure that he looks similar to the photo. Because from the photo, I can see that ours makeup does look a little bit darker. So we will definitely do our best to lighten up the makeup, so make sure that that Charles looks like himself in the photo. Again, I'm very sorry about these changes that you didn't like in the beginning, but please be assured that we will do everything in our power to get this corrected and to make sure that you are pleased. So I'm going to ask you to step out for a few moments so that I can make these corrections to your loved one, and as soon as I finish applying these cosmetics and everything, I'll have you come back in the room, so then you'll be able to let me know if it's good or if there's any other adjustments that need to be made. Please be assured that we'll keep working at it until we get it right. So thank you. If you need anything else or have any other questions after we try and apply these corrections, you let me know, and we'll definitely take care of it. Again, thank you for entrusting us with your loved one.